Welcome traders to yet another educational video of Nifty Short-Term View, episode number 36. Today's title is, I think, apt for today's trading session because I think everyone is asking me the same thing, Kahan Rukega market? And the reason for that is you can see in front of your screen that Nifty futures have been able to close close to 360 points down, and Bank Nifty futures have closed almost 1170 points down. And in addition to that, especially yesterday's close, I would say the type of close which did happen in Nifty, because after the last minute of selling, then there was a sudden pullback somewhere around 1:15 in the afternoon, and this pullback was pretty decent because this pullback did occur from 15,993 almost close to 16,000, and from there we did hit 16,230. That was a 230 points pullback in Nifty futures. And just I think a day before yesterday, in my episode 34 Nifty short-term view, I had shared that 16,000 is a long-term support, and from there we did pull back, which was looking pretty confident. And even if you did check Bank Nifty futures was also trading at a very good support level, because this was a trend line support which is holding on since March of 2020. So this was a very decent support, but I guess probably the gap down opening surprised everyone. And even after the gap down opening, I think bulls didn't get respite, and consistent selling kept on continuing throughout the day, even at the close. Just little bit, I think, near to end, little bit of short covering did happen, but overall today's day was very bad considering the bulls. And coming to today's analysis, the overall biasness obviously stays on the downside. Now there has been one development in the RSI of the Nifty daily chart. We can see that the RSI has gone below 30th level, all right, and it has gone below 30 after a very long time. Now, it has gone below 30 after March of 2020. I think it is, if I'm not wrong, it is 24th of March 2020. After this day, this is the first time when the RSI of Nifty futures daily chart has gone below 30. Now, what does this indicate? Does this indicate that are we oversold? Yes, obviously we are oversold. There is no question for that. But does it also mean that we are in for a bounce back? I think a bounce back is pretty much expected here, because the reason is prices are very far away from the moving averages. Even if you see in the Bank Nifty future chart, the oversold reading is not evident in the RSI, but yes, price is pretty far away from the moving averages. You check, the price is at 33,555 and moving averages is far away at 35,415. So this is a wide gap. But the problem over here is the intense selling. All right, the selling which is happening is very, very intense. Just one day and quick 350 points or 400 points in Nifty futures are dropping, and suddenly we are hitting new lows. So this sort of intense selling is not letting the pullback come. And if you check the Nifty futures chart properly, this is a long-term support, and this is a long-term support because in the monthly chart, we were close to the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement. That was the reason why I was saying that it is a long-term support, and we are trading below that. All right, we are already trading below that. So now we do have a small support at 15,700, but if this intense selling continues, all right, if this intense selling continues, then we could hit probably 15,450 levels, all right. And since this is a support in the monthly time frame chart, it can anytime happen that we can suddenly have a pullback and suddenly close above 16,000, because the current volatility in the market, you can clearly see anything is possible at any point of time. So one person, a trader, should be very, very vigilant for that. But if this selling which is going on right now, if it continues and if we close and sustain below 15,700, I think the first level which could be tested would be 15,450 levels on Nifty futures. All right. And in case if we do have a pullback, say for example, if we do have a pullback, then probably this entire band from 16,133 to 15,989, this entire short-term band will provide immediate resistance to the price in Nifty futures. All right. Now let's have a look at the Bank Nifty futures. Bank Nifty futures today has closed below its very big support, and this support was again a trend line support which is holding on since 24th of March 2020, and it has broken this support very, very efficiently. So again, if this selling continues, I guess then the first level which could be tested probably could be 32,843. And even over here, I think RSI is very close to 30. So possibly if tomorrow, if we have a closing in the negative territory, then again, we'll see the Bank Nifty futures RSI also dropping below 30. All right. And overall, if you look at the index, almost all of the indexes have closed negative. All of the index have closed negative. And there were two stocks which I had shared with all of you. One was HDFC. I think 2 days back, I had shared this stock with you. And I clearly told that a short-term dip or some sort of sell-off is expected. And I think I gave a negative view somewhere around 2201. I think it did went up till 2237, but then the selling took over. And today we can see that the close is close to 2150. And the next stock which I had shared was Maruti, and this I had shared on 10th of May. All right. And from that point onwards, I think the stock has dropped close to 3.5 to 4%. It has performed pretty nicely. So I think as a short-term trader, when in the current market scenario, making money is not that easy. I think 4.5% quick money as for a short-term trader is not bad. I think one should book at least partial profits over here. Now, a small thing which I noticed, which I would like to share with all of you, that there were few hints. If you look at few stocks, not all of them, but few stocks. If you see Wipro, if you see possibly Infosys, again a small candle. In Wipro, we saw some sort of formation of a hammer. And in HCL Tech, we do have a high wave candle. And in the consumption pack, many stocks of the consumption pack have tried to make a sort of hammer candle. See over here. You can see in Britannia, it's again a hammer. Again, if you see in Marico, it's a hammer. So there have been few stocks like Godrej, CP, again a hammer. So there are few exceptional stocks, not all of them. Again, Jubilant Food, there is a hammer. So I think in next few days, one should keep an eye open on the consumption pack stocks, because something is going around in the stocks. Again, if you see this particular stock, this is not exactly a hammer, but certainly looks like one. And if you see, we have a lower close and we have a higher close in RSI. So this is a sign that the selling is getting weaker and weaker. You can see this RSI is gone to almost below 20 levels. So I think a trader should keep close watch on the consumption pack. That's what I would like to share with all of you. And that's it from my side. Overall, biasness will continue to remain on the downside. Any sort of pullback, if it does happen, I think it will be short-lived. This particular resistance, 16,133 to 15,989 will provide immediate resistance. And that's all from my side. And I hope this video has helped you again to understand how markets are panning out in the next few days. Do let me know by your comments below. How did you find this video? And if this video is adding value to your own analysis in the market, then kindly share it with other traders who might also find it useful. Trade well, stay safe. Thank you.